chaos, violence, mayhem. These three words perfectly capture what's coming your way, and believe me when I say what unfolds here will change everything you thought you knew about professional wrestling. We're talking about the Samoan werewolf standing toe-to-toe with the beast incarnate. This goes beyond your typical wrestling encounter. We're heading straight into a war zone of epic proportions, and you need to grasp this truth immediately before this video ends. You'll see something that WWE has never experienced in its entire history. Here and now on SlamZone, we're breaking down the most brutal, most explosive confrontation that has the entire wrestling world holding its breath. Jacob Fatu, known as the Samoan werewolf, the deadliest force within the Bloodline storyline, facing off against Brock Lesnar, the destroyer who ended The Undertaker's legendary streak, the same competitor who completely dominated John Cena, the athlete who completely transformed what being unstoppable truly means. Before we dive deeper, there's something I need from you. For those who followed SlamZone, you already know we deliver the most authentic, unfiltered wrestling analysis week after week. If you're new to our community, I'm reaching out to you personally. Please hit that subscribe button this instant. Become part of our family. Help us build something extraordinary together. Your support truly matters to us. Don't forget that notification bell because missing what we're breaking down today would be a massive mistake. Pass this along to every wrestling enthusiast in your circle because today's content demands to be witnessed by the masses. We're watching history take shape, and I need you riding alongside me through every single moment. The venue is absolutely charged with electricity. The atmosphere is so thick with tension you could slice through it. Everyone's standing, phones raised high, capturing this instant because deep down they understand, they simply know we're about to witness something legendary unfold. The SmackDown audience is creating an ear-splitting wave of anticipation washing over the entire building. This represents the heart of wrestling. This is the moment where careers transform, where the unthinkable becomes reality. Jacob Fatu's entrance theme blasts through the speakers, and the place goes wild. It's not simple cheering or booing, it's raw, unfiltered emotion pouring out. The Samoan werewolf makes his entrance down the ramp with clear intention, with an energy that sends shivers through your body. This isn't someone casually heading to a wrestling bout. This is a hunter closing in on his target. His gaze remains fixed ahead, every muscle visible with each stride, jaw locked tight. The fury simmering just below the surface is unmistakable. We're talking about 300 pounds of concentrated power, and everyone packed into that venue understands exactly what destruction he can unleash. We're looking at the same Jacob Fatu who demolished Randy Orton without breaking a sweat. The identical force who went face-to-face with Cody Rhodes and never showed hesitation. The very same enforcer who earned recognition as the Bloodline's most terrifying weapon. However, something transformed. Something shattered within the Samoan werewolf. The constant disrespect from Solo Sikoa, being compelled to surrender the tag team championship to Tonga Loa, witnessing his chances vanish repeatedly. It accumulated like magma in a volcano preparing to erupt. Right now, that eruption is moments away from happening. Fatu enters the ring, and the mat literally trembles beneath his mass. He moves back and forth like an imprisoned beast, popping his knuckles, loosening his shoulders. The official attempts to keep control, but even he appears uncomfortable. Everyone inside that building recognizes what's approaching. The suspense is crushing. The audience begins their chants, thousands of voices blending into one massive roar echoing throughout the venue. Then the moment arrives. That sound that freezes your blood. The entrance music that has terrified every WWE superstar for more than 20 years. Brock Lesnar's theme bursts through the sound system, and the complete atmosphere transforms. Paul Heyman shows up first, microphone gripped firmly, wearing that signature smirk. He's watched his client obliterate opponent after opponent. He's witnessed Brock Lesnar terminate careers using nothing but raw strength. Yet even Heyman appears altered tonight. There's something visible in his expression: doubt, admiration, terror. Then Brock Lesnar steps out. The beast incarnate. The former UFC heavyweight champion. The competitor who doesn't simply wrestle, he inflicts pain. He overpowers them. He shatters them. Lesnar bounces on his toes, warming up, that sinister grin spreading across his face. He's studying Jacob Fatu the way an apex predator examines another threat invading his domain. This transcends championships or storylines now. This centers on dignity. This focuses on demonstrating who truly stands as the most dangerous competitor in professional wrestling. The energy in that arena right now is something you have to experience to believe. Fans are standing on their chairs. Security is braced for chaos. Commentary is scrambling to put words to what they're witnessing, because this isn't supposed to happen. Monster versus monster. Beast versus werewolf. Two men who have made careers out of destroying everything in their path, now standing across the ring from each other, and there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. The referee calls for the bell, and in that split second, everything goes silent. You could hear a pin drop. Then boom. Both men charge at each other with reckless abandon, meeting in the center of the ring with a collision that sounds like a car crash. Fatu and Lesnar are trading shots, heavy hands that would knock out ordinary men, but these aren't ordinary men. Each punch echoes through the arena, stiff strikes that leave marks immediately. Lesnar drives a knee into Fatu's midsection, but the Samoan werewolf doesn't even flinch. He fires back with a headbutt that rocks Lesnar backwards. The crowd is absolutely losing their minds. This is pure violence, unfiltered aggression, two titans trying to prove their dominance. Lesnar grabs Fatu and launches him with a belly-to-belly suplex that shakes the entire ring. Fatu crashes hard, but he's back on his feet in seconds, that wild look in his eyes intensifying. He charges at Lesnar with a running hip attack that sends the beast stumbling into the corner. The impact is brutal. This isn't wrestling, this is warfare. Fatu follows up with heavy chops to Lesnar's chest, each one sounding like a gunshot. The sound reverberates throughout the building. Lesnar's chest is already welting up, turning bright red, but the pain only seems to make him angry. He shoves Fatu backward with such force that the Samoan werewolf nearly falls through the ropes. Lesnar storms out of the corner, grabs Fatu, and delivers a German suplex that sends him flying across the ring. But Fatu lands on his feet. The crowd gasps. Even Lesnar looks shocked for a split second. This is the moment where you realize we're watching something special. These two men are evenly matched in ways we've never seen before. Jacob Fatu represents the new generation of dominance, the next level of the Samoan dynasty, carrying the weight of his family's legacy on his shoulders. Brock Lesnar represents the established order, the man who has conquered everything there is to conquer, refusing to let anyone take his spot. And right now, both men are fighting for their legacy. Both men are fighting for respect. Both men are fighting to prove they're the alpha. If you're enjoying this breakdown, if you're feeling the intensity of this moment with me, do me a favor right now, smash that like button. Let me know you're here with me. Comment down below and tell me who you think would win this battle. Would Jacob Fatu's youth and hunger overcome Lesnar's experience and ruthlessness? Or would the Beast incarnate remind everyone why he's the most dangerous man in WWE history? I want to hear from you, SLAMZONE family. Your voice matters here. Back in the ring, the action has spilled to the outside. Fatu grabs Lesnar and launches him into the steel steps with such force that the steps literally explode on impact, pieces of metal scattering across ringside. The referee is counting, but neither man cares about countouts right now. This is about inflicting pain. This is about sending a message. Fatu picks up Lesnar and drives him spine-first into the ring post. The Beast's face contorts in agony, but he refuses to show weakness. He grabs Fatu by the throat and slams him through the announce table with a chokeslam that leaves the commentators scrambling for safety. Both men are down, lying in the wreckage of the announce table, breathing heavily. The crowd is chanting their names back and forth. Let's go Fatu. Let's go Lesnar. The energy is split right down the middle. Some fans want to see the new monster rise. Others want to see the established Beast maintain his dominance. And that's what makes this so incredible. There's no clear favorite. There's no obvious outcome. This could go either way, and everyone knows it. Lesnar is first to his feet, and he's looking around with that predatory stare. He drags Fatu back into the ring, positioning him for the F5. The crowd is on edge. One F5 could end this right now. Lesnar lifts Fatu onto his shoulders, spinning around, but Fatu slips out. He lands behind Lesnar and hits a super kick that staggers the Beast. Fatu bounces off the ropes and delivers a devastating moonsault, all 300 pounds of Samoan fury crashing down onto Lesnar. The cover 1-2 Lesnar kicks out with authority, launching Fatu off and like he weighs nothing. The near fall sends the crowd into a frenzy. They thought it was over. For a split second, everyone believed Jacob Fatu just pinned Brock Lesnar. But the Beast isn't done yet. Lesnar rolls to the corner, pulling himself up, and you can see the switch flip in his mind. He's done playing around. This is where Brock Lesnar becomes truly dangerous, when he decides to stop having fun and start hurting people. Lesnar charges at Fatu with a spear that nearly cuts him in half. The impact is sickening. Fatu is clutching his ribs, gasping for air. Lesnar doesn't give him a second to recover. He starts delivering German suplex after German suplex after German suplex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one more brutal than the last. Fatu's body is being thrown around the ring like a ragdoll, but somehow, impossibly, he keeps getting back up. The crowd is rallying behind him, willing him to survive this onslaught. After the 5th German suplex, Fatu stays down. The referee checks on him, and you can see the concern on his face. This is the same referee who's seen Lesnar end careers before. But Fatu isn't done. He uses the ropes to pull himself up, blood trickling from his mouth, body battered and bruised. Lesnar is stalking him, measuring him for another devastating move. This is the moment where heroes are born or dreams are crushed. Think about Jacob Fatu's journey to this moment. The man came from the independent scene, carrying the weight of the Fatu family name, knowing he had to be twice as good to get half the recognition. He fought through injuries, through setbacks, through being told he wasn't ready for WWE. Then he finally got his shot, debuting on SmackDown and immediately making an impact. He became part of the bloodline, but not as a follower, as a force of nature. He won the Tag Team Championships. He captured the United States Championship at WrestleMania. But through it all, there was always someone holding him back, telling him he wasn't good enough to be at the very top. And Brock Lesnar? The man who walked away from WWE at the height of his career to conquer UFC. The man who came back and immediately dominated everyone in his path. The man who has beaten every legend you can name: The Undertaker, John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Goldberg. The man who doesn't need wrestling because wrestling needs him. For Lesnar, this isn't about proving anything. This is about maintaining his spot at the apex of the food chain. This is about reminding everyone that he's still the most dangerous man in the building, and nobody, not even Jacob Fatu, can take that from him. The referee is checking on both men now. They're both struggling to breathe, both covered in sweat and wear. But their eyes tell different stories. Fatu's eyes are filled with determination, with hunger, with a refusal to quit. Lesnar's eyes are calculating, predatory, looking for the perfect moment to strike. These are two different types of monsters, and that's what makes this so compelling. Lesnar signals for the F5 again. He's done messing around. He grabs Fatu, lifts him onto his shoulders, but Fatu fights back. He's throwing elbows, connecting with Lesnar's temple, forcing the Beast to drop him. Fatu lands on his feet, bounces off the ropes, and hits a massive Samoan drop that plants Lesnar in the center of the ring. The building erupts. Fatu is climbing to the top rope, all 300 pounds preparing to fly. He's looking down at Lesnar, measuring the distance, and you can see that wild look in his eyes, the look that earned him the nickname Samoan Werewolf. Fatu leaps off the top rope with a massive splash, but Lesnar moves. At the last possible second, the beast rolls out of the way, and Fatu crashes hard into the canvas. The momentum has shifted again. Both men are down, the referee counting, the crowd losing their minds. This is the moment where championships are won and lost. This is where legacies are built. And every single person in that arena is standing, screaming, believing they're witnessing something they'll tell their grandchildren about. Lesnar is crawling toward Fatu. Fatu is trying to create distance. They're both running on pure adrenaline now, on pride, on the refusal to let the other man win. Lesnar reaches Fatu first, grabbing him and positioning him for another F5. But Fatu counters with a DDT out of nowhere, spiking Lesnar's head into the mat. Both men are down again, and the referee is counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The count reaches 8 before both men start to stir, using the ropes to pull themselves up. They meet in the center of the ring, exhausted, battered, but neither willing to quit. They start exchanging punches again, but slower this time, each strike taking everything they have left. Fatu connects with a headbutt that staggers Lesnar. Lesnar responds with a knee to the gut that doubles Fatu over. The back and forth continues, neither man able to gain a decisive advantage, both refusing to stay down. And then it happens, the moment that changes everything. Fatu catches Lesnar with a super kick out of nowhere, stunning the beast. Fatu bounces off the ropes, building momentum for his finisher. He's going for it all. This is his moment. This is where Jacob Fatu proves he belongs in the conversation with the absolute best. He leaps. The anticipation in that arena is unbearable. Time seems to slow down. You can see every detail, the sweat flying off Fatu's body, the dazed look in Lesnar's eyes, the crowd frozen in that split second between hope and reality. This is what wrestling is all about. This is why we watch. This is why we believe. Whether Fatu connects or whether Lesnar somehow counters, one thing is absolutely certain: we just witnessed a match that will be talked about for decades. Two absolute monsters going to war with everything on the line. This is the kind of moment that defines careers, that creates legends, that reminds us why we fell in love with professional wrestling in the first place. Before we wrap this up, I need you to do something for me, SLAMZONE family. If this breakdown made you feel something, if it made you wish this match could actually happen, if it gave you chills imagining these two powerhouses colliding, subscribe right now. We're building something special together, and I don't want you to miss a single moment. Hit that notification bell so you're here for every intense breakdown, every shocking moment, every legendary match analysis. Share this video with everyone who loves wrestling as much as we do. Comment below and tell me your dream match. Who do you want to see step into the ring together? This is your channel. This is our family. And together, we're going to celebrate everything that makes wrestling the greatest form of entertainment in the world. The fantasy of Jacob Fatu versus Brock Lesnar isn't just about two big men hitting each other. It's about generations colliding. It's about the old guard facing the new school. It's about proving that respect isn't given, it's earned in that ring, under those lights, in front of thousands of screaming fans. Jacob Fatu represents everything that's exciting about WWE's future: youth, hunger, the chip on the shoulder that makes someone willing to go through hell to prove themselves. Brock Lesnar represents the standard that every wrestler aspires to reach, the pinnacle of dominance, the measuring stick by which all others are judged. When you think about what this match would mean, you realize it's bigger than just a fight. It's a passing of the torch conversation. It's about whether the new generation is ready to take over or if the established stars still have too much left in the tank. It's about legacy, about pride, about refusing to back down no matter how badly the odds are stacked against you. And that's what makes wrestling beautiful. It's not just about who's stronger or faster. It's about heart. It's about will. It's about wanting it more than your opponent. Jacob Fatu has spent his entire career proving doubters wrong. From the independent scene to WWE's biggest stage, he's had to fight for every opportunity. The Samoan werewolf isn't a nickname, it's a warning. It's what happens when you combine raw power with an absolute refusal to lose, with a hunger that can't be satisfied. Fatu doesn't just want to win matches. He wants to leave a mark on this industry that can never be erased. He wants his name mentioned alongside the all-time greats. And to do that, he needs to defeat monsters like Brock Lesnar. This is the kind of match that makes you feel alive, that reminds you why you became a wrestling fan in the first place. The storytelling, the psychology, the sheer physical spectacle of watching two incredible athletes push themselves to the absolute limit. It's poetry in motion. It's violence as art. It's everything we love about this business wrapped up in one unforgettable encounter. So whether this match happens tomorrow, next year, or exists only in our imaginations and dream bookings, one thing is certain: Jacob Fatu versus Brock Lesnar would be absolutely legendary. It would be the kind of match we talk about forever, the kind that defines what it means to be a main event caliber performer in WWE. The Samoan werewolf and the beast incarnate, two unstoppable forces colliding in the center of the ring, and when the dust settles, we would have witnessed something truly special. Thank you for being here with me on SLAMZONE. Your support means everything, and I can't wait to bring you more incredible content. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Share this with your wrestling friends. And most importantly, stay passionate about this beautiful, brutal, incredible world of professional wrestling. This is where legends are made. This is where dreams become reality. This is SLAMZONE, and we'll see you next time for another intense breakdown. Until then, keep believing, keep watching, and never stop appreciating the art of storytelling that happens between those ropes. We're just getting started, and the best is yet to come.